Kakamega on 7th March 2015.
We are pilgrims of hope together in prayer. Bishop Joseph Obani Sagre, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega. 10 years ago, and this year, we celebrate 10 years of Episcopal ministry since I was installed in this very diocese as the second Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega.
Bishop Joseph Obani Sagwe's Episcopal ministry is characterized by his Episcopal coat of arms. A coat of arms is an artistic presentation of an identity and its characteristics. Bishop Obani's coat of arms has a symbol of the Eucharist, a symbol of wine where the wine comes from, and the symbol of wheat where the bread comes from. The drum symbolizes the people where he was sent to serve, the Luya people, who are known for their famous dance called Isukuti. In their joy they dance Isukuti. Thus, as the bishop, he has been bringing the dance of Christ, bringing people closer to Christ and appreciating their culture. The symbol of the Bible symbolizes the Word of God and to witness Jesus Christ. In his logo, he chose 4 colors, which are used in the liturgical calendar of the Church, explaining that his life will be immersed in the Eucharist and in the liturgy which is cherished by the Catholic Church. A Eucharistic bishop, but also within the liturgy of the Church, which we celebrate in the mysteries of Jesus Christ. Bishop's motto is Calcem Salutaris Accipiam, which means, "What return shall I render to the Lord? I shall raise the cup of salvation and all on the name of the Lord." Psalm 116, verse 12. Bishop Obani cherishes the great faith of the people of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, the faith that enabled people of Kakamega to receive Bishop Obani in 2015 as their bishop, when he was called to come and serve the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega as the second bishop. Bishop Obani did not know what to expect, but he was received with a lot of joy. Bishop has had an experience of immense faith and tremendous growth of the faith of the people of Kakamega, which in return has also enriched his faith.
A lot has happened in terms of the growth of the faith, vocations, sacraments, and the spiritual life as a whole. This to me is key, because that's what I was sent to do. I didn't come to show people what to do, but to grow with them. And I've truly grown in my faith, in my commitment, because of the people I've found. The people of Kakamega are very welcoming, they have a lot of hope, they have a lot of faith, and they are also very generous. So my thing with these people in the last 10 years is a growth process that we continue to thank God for. There's been a lot of developments here and there, more parishes, we have had more confirmations, and all this has really made the diocese grow. It's a vibrant diocese, it's a diocese that has got a lot of potentialities, it's a diocese that is focused.
A lot has happened for the last 10 years. It has been a growth process. In the last 10 years, Bishop has endeavored towards great love and unity of the priests in the diocese. He is always concerned with their welfare. He promotes priestly brotherhood and with gratitude at all moments in the life of priests. At all moments of priestly life, priests experience a loving Father, a loving Shepherd. In 10 years, the number of parishes has increased. We have experienced the creation of new parishes, thus bringing spiritual services closer to God's people. As at now, we have 49 parishes, thus increasing the number of deaneries to 10 with 5 zones. A church cannot exist without vocations, because then its apostolic ministry will be gravely hindered. From the time of his arrival in 2015 to date, vocation tremendously. He has ordained the number of major and minor seminarians has tremendously increased. He encourages every parish to produce priests. This begins right from St. Peter's Minor Seminary He has sent out Fidei Donum priests working in other countries, particularly South Africa and Rome. This is because the bishop strongly believes that the church is both local and missionary. Yet his vocation promotion is not limited to priesthood alone. He takes a keen interest in religious life, knowing only too well how important it is in the life of the church. He has blessed many convents and to date, there are about 23 congregations of religious men and women working in different parishes and involved in different apostolates, serving from educational institution, social and health services, each according to their charism. The bishop has been strong in preaching on the Christian family and the importance of stable matrimonial homes for the growth of vocations. He has been on the forefront in creating family life program in the diocese, and every year he celebrates Mass for them, where he encourages them to always promote the sacrament of matrimony, because it's crucial for the formation of Christian family, the mother of other vocations. Through children, youth masses, and talks, he has been able to keep a close personal contact with them and encouraging them through the challenges of their lives. Seminars and workshops for the children and even their animators, for the youth at all levels, and focuses on vocations and their integral formation as members of a Christian society.
We celebrate the Jubilee of each group, and especially today, celebrating the Jubilee of the PMC animators, Pontifical Commission on Childhood. We are saying the children are the strength of the church, both today and in the future. And once this does is well grounded, when the children are very well formed, I look forward to a greater, stronger, and more vibrant church.
Bishop Obanyi has strenuously worked to instill a sense of self-reliance to the faithful of the diocese. This is geared towards educating and empowering the people to feel responsible for their faith and to their own local church. This initiative has been well received, and every year the diocese makes tremendous improvement on the program of the clergy and religious, Christians and institutions. Bishop is always encouraging the entire family of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega to intensify efforts towards self-reliance for the purposes of evangelization and charity. By pulling together resources from parishes, diocesan institutions, as well as other means of resource mobilization, the diocesan project has commenced and the progress is encouraging. Bishop has been instrumental in the creating of the Diocesan Synod of Kakamega. The Diocesan Synod brought together members of the Christ faithful, representation of the clergy, religious men and women working in the diocese. Through the Diocesan Synod, the diocese is now reviewing the overall diocesan pastoral plan with the view of enhancing faith and reflecting on the pastoral challenges, thus promoting a more intense ecclesial communion among the people of God. The Diocesan Synod has become the pastoral guideline of the diocese, which is the basis of the diocesan evangelization. In all his homilies, writings, and life, the Synod is always the basis. And the Bishop always calls upon all in the diocese to live the Diocesan Synod.
In the year 2019, we celebrated the Synod of the Diocese, Diocesan Synod, which gave us orientations and pastoral directions on how to become even better and better. We say it is our diocese, it's our responsibility, it is our faith. And I've seen that commitment of people who learn and love their diocese, people who have grown in their faith, and the people who have taken their responsibilities seriously. So as their bishop, and in these 10 years, I want to really thank God for them and pray for them that they continue to manifest that goodness that has come from the Lord. Incidentally, then it coincides with the year of the Jubilee. So I consider myself one of those lucky ones to receive the Jubilee blessings. And I look forward to a diocese that continues to grow, that continues to develop, and a diocese that truly produces that which Christ has prepared for us.
The Catholic Diocese of Kakamega remains grateful to God for the gift of Bishop Joseph Obanyi Sagwe for being God's instrument of love and mercy. Through Bishop Joseph Obanyi Sagwe, God has been able to bring to fulfillment his service to the people of Kakamega. The diocese celebrates many fruits of Bishop's service as witnessed in his efforts of propagation of faith, which has enhanced evangelization and sense of Christian responsibility and self-reliance. Bishop Joseph Obanyi Sagwe, in return, thanks the entire family of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega for their love, collaboration, and vibrancy. He has witnessed as their shepherd during the gracious 10 years of service as Bishop of Kakamega. He looks forward to a diocese that continues to grow, to develop, and which produces that which Christ has prepared for us. Once again, congratulations to our dear Bishop.
Thank you very much for wishing me well in the 10 years, and I beg and pray for your prayers always as we continue to live our faith as pilgrims of hope. Thank you.
Delegations of the Diocese of Kakamega carried out an inclusive rare interview in the Cathedral Mall. Flashing back to about 5 years ago under the stewardship of Bishop Obanyi, there arose the conversation on the need for self-reliance, which culminated in the journey of the construction of the mall. What began as an idea has become the pride of the diocese. Indeed, God does a lot of great things. Today, we're going to talk about it.
Hello, welcome viewers to the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, which is under two counties, the county of Vihiga and the county of Kakamega. We are at the heart of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega at the Bishop's office, Bishop Joseph Obanyi of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega. With us is the communication team, and we are here to run an edition for the feature of the Cathedral Mall. Karibu sana, Askofu.
Asante sana. Welcome.
Bishop, tell us something about yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome. I'm Bishop Joseph Obanyi Sagwe, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, the Bishop in charge of the two counties as a diocese. Been here for the last 8 years now, since I was appointed the Bishop of Kakamega. And so far, this is where I operate the affairs of the diocese, pastoral matters, and also matters development. And therefore, you're welcome. As we are talking about the Cathedral Mall, is part of that mission of evangelization that we are talking about.
Thank you, Rashi. What is this thing called Cathedral Mall?
Yes, the Cathedral Mall is a commercial structure, building that is being done for the purposes of income generating once it's occupied, for the purpose also of getting resources that help us as a diocese for evangelization. Therefore, the Cathedral Mall is part of that. As a church, as a diocese, we believe that we have a mission of evangelization, and therefore we need resources. And to have resources, then we must have sustainable ways of generating the resources. One of them is an investment, and the Cathedral Mall is one of those investment projects that are aimed at generating income for evangelization.
When did this happen? Dear viewers, welcome to the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, under two counties, the county of Vihiga and the county of Kakamega. We are at the central business district of Kakamega town. With us is the supervisor who is here to introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Thank you,
Karibu
Father.
sana.
My name's Linus Oluma. I am the clerk of works.
Over the last few weeks, the communications of the Diocese of Kakamega carried out an inclusive rare interview in the Cathedral Mall. Flashing back to about 5 years ago under the stewardship of Bishop Obanyi, there arose the conversation on the need for self-reliance, which culminated in the journey of the construction of the mall. What began as an idea has become the pride of the diocese. Indeed, God does a lot of great things. Today, we're going to talk about it.
Hello, welcome viewers to the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, which is under two counties, the county of Vihiga and the county of Kakamega. We are at the heart of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega at the Bishop's office, Bishop Joseph Obanyi of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega. With us is the communication team, and we are here to run an edition for the feature of the Cathedral Mall. Karibu sana, Askofu.
Asante sana. Welcome.
Bishop, tell us something about yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome. I'm Bishop Joseph Obanyi Sagwe, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, the Bishop in charge of the two counties as a diocese. Been here for the last 8 years now, since I was appointed the Bishop of Kakamega. And so far, this is where I operate the affairs of the diocese, pastoral matters, and also matters development. And therefore, you're welcome. As we are talking about the Cathedral Mall, is part of that mission of evangelization that we are talking about.
Thank you, Rashi. What is this thing called Cathedral Mall?
Yes, the Cathedral Mall is a commercial structure, building that is being done for the purposes of income generating once it's occupied, for the purpose also of getting resources that help us as a diocese for evangelization. Therefore, the Cathedral Mall is part of that. As a church, as a diocese, we believe that we have a mission of evangelization, and therefore we need resources. And to have resources, then we must have sustainable ways of generating the resources. One of them is an investment, and the Cathedral Mall is one of those investment projects that are aimed at generating income for evangelization.
When did this happen? Dear viewers, welcome to the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, under two counties, the county of Vihiga and the county of Kakamega. We are at the central business district of Kakamega town. With us is the supervisor, who is yet to introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Thank you,
Karibu
Father.
sana.
My name's Linus Oluma. I am the clerk of works for the project. A project which we started way back in the year 2019. I think the month, if I remember correctly, was October. So we have come a long way, and as you can see, we are almost finished with the first phase of the project. There's a second phase, it will start at its time, but the work majorly is finished. You can see what we are doing now is the parking. Okay, and actually it's the last thing we are doing, and then next is to open the mall for the public and the business community to begin to operate.
This mall is here because it's an idea that was born by the Christians of Kakamega Diocese. I think one of the ideas they had was that they had a prime plot here, and they were thinking of what can we do with this plot, isn't it? So we had to come up with ideas. But, this plot is quite in the center of town, and the best idea here would be to put up a mall, come offices, so that people can have easy access to shops, offices, and all that. And that's how the whole idea was born. And this took quite some time. We had to come up with discussions together with the church, headed by His Lordship Bishop Obani, plus his team, and also my team, my consulting team. So we started coming up with concepts of what kind of mall, the ideas started coming, and that's how this project was born. We had to look at feasibility studies, is it workable? We had to look at other factors, financial, design, and when we reached the conclusion that it's viable, then now we started carrying out the designs and doing other things like NEMA and others. Then from there we entered into the final design, procurement, and the work started.
The mall that was put up with the visibility study caters for parking. Parking is very scarce in Kakamega town, and that's what there was needed to do, basement parking and creating any space for parking. That people, for them to go and do shopping, they need parking. And therefore, if they can have a place where they can have parking, that's already attractive. Two, there was need for more retail commercial space. We have only 2 places out of 3, basically in Kakamega, that can offer space for retail business, a mall for business. And therefore, that's why, again, it was thought that if we have space for a mall, then we could have new business people coming in. And when new business people come in, they are bringing business. And for the diocese, of course, that would be an income generating kind of enterprise.
Now the mall majorly was meant to be that portion where you have the trading happening, or rather, shops and all these kind of things, hotels and restaurants, housed within the first stage.
It's building, other levels, levels of the mall. But now you have people who can't walk, climb stairs. How do you help them? That's why they brought in the question of the lifts and the elevators, so that even those who are handicapped, and because this is one has to be very sensitive to all those who have special needs, and therefore the question of elevators, the question of lifts, that helps so that people are able to do shopping with convenience.
And of course, the other benefit is that people will start businesses because there's space, lettable space here, isn't it? So if I want to start my business, I have space in a good place, good environment. We expect when the project is completed, we shall have good offices where people will have ambience to operate from. Already, as I said, we have banks operating here. We have a supermarket. Already, neighbors have taken the supermarket space as the anchor tenant. We have eateries, we have salons, we have medical outlets here. So all sorts. So it's actually, you come here, everything is at your reach.
One of the things someone might ask you, what are the key features of this mall?
This mall encompasses a lot of modern features. I think when designing it, we considered most of the modern features that you can find anywhere in the world. If you look at it, if you look at the mall here, one of the things we considered was lighting, enough lighting. And you can see from the atrium, a lot of light oozing through the mall, isn't it? We also looked at the aesthetics part of the design. I think the whole concept was to bring up something unique in town. And that's why, if you look at our mall, the quality of works, the aesthetics, beats, in my view, everybody around here. But then, as I said, this mall consists of 15-floor building. Okay, the phase one, as I said, is from basement up to 30. That's phase one, which is actually almost complete. Then the phase two, God willing, we shall extend the building from 4th floor to 15th floor. So that's it. So we believe we have provided all the facilities in terms of parking. In terms of security, we have CCTV cameras installed. We have modern shop fronts, as you can see, well ventilated. And the workmanship, the quality, we were quite keen to ensure that they meet the standards, the modern standards of design and building.
What has been the construction process? How did you begin it? What are the challenges? What are the opportunities? And where do you see it in the next coming years?
When we began, it was quite a difficult job because, as usual, a construction site, you must excavate. Okay. Now, when you excavate and you have, the rains at the same time, it becomes such a big challenge. But we were able to surmount that, and we finished. You remember, we have an underground water tank, and we have a basement. All right. So the underground water tank is even much lower, and then you have the basement before you come to the ground floor. And so you can picture that and see how a challenge it was in bad weather. And so, having come out of that, we were able to now proceed. Foundation was done, and then on and on. Ground floor, first floor, second, and we ended the first phase at 3rd floor.
Bishop, where do you see the Cathedral Mall in the next 5 years to come?
I see the Cathedral Mall in the next 5 years as a place that is ideally generating some resources, not all, for the diocese. And I can see this as being one of the key components of self-reliance. The diocese will have been self-reliant to some level, and the contribution of the Cathedral Mall is very significant in that regard. So in 5 years, I can see a very vibrant kind of business community here in Kakamega, which has been motivated and facilitated by the Cathedral Mall.
we want to appeal to Kenya to construct for us a footbridge across, so that people don't have to cross the road coming here. They can just walk over and come here and go back. Because really, the positioning of this mall is such that probably there'll be a lot of influx of people from the other side coming here to prevent maybe those accident issues and all that. Quite a footbridge would be quite handy. We live for years and years, and that it will benefit the Christians of this diocese for many, many years. And we are saying that may God bless this project forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. That was unexpected. I had to speak to the communication officer, Kakamega Diocese. Engineer, thank you for your time and asante kutukaribisha.
Thank you, Father.
Bishop, your last word to the viewers, to those who will watch this documentary.
Dear people of God, the first thing is to be grateful to God, who has given us the opportunity, and has given us also the opportunity to think together, to work together. That is the motto of the Synod, to realize our responsibility. The people of God, that is the laity, the religious, and the clergy, have been very spectacular and wonderful in terms of supporting their own church so that it can continue to offer that evangelizing mission of Jesus Christ. And each one of them, from the smallest child to the oldest, have made a very significant contribution. Now, the Cathedral Mall is not the end of everything. It's only a small aspect of what we want to do as a church so that the evangelizing mission of Jesus Christ can be enhanced, so that we can be self-supporting, self-evangelizing, and self-propagating. That means we are not expecting any help from anywhere, which is not there anyway. We need to generate from within our small means, our small resources, to be able to build the church that Christ has entrusted to us. The Cathedral Mall is a support means towards that. But it's not the end, as I've said, because it's only one area. We continue being generous by contributing from our own means and resources, but I would say I'm grateful to the people of God for what they have done, and the realization of the Cathedral Mall is a fruit of their work.
Thank you, dear listeners and viewers. We are grateful to His Lordship Joseph Obanyi Sagwe, the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, for having created time for us to have an interview with him, with our crew from the communication office. We believe you'll be able to enjoy this documentary at your own space, and will help you to understand more about the Catholic Church in Kakamega, in the western part of Kenya. Many thanks to the Bishop. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your schedule. Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
Asante.
God bless you.
Thank you.